So I want us all to listen to this audio. We've played before, but we're going to listen to it.
Of the danger to us in the LCSC and for this entire struggle going forward. I'll be sorry for telling you this. I'll be very open. I don't even reach a level where I don't talk to the entire body protest and go directly to what it is and for telling say I don't think Sako collaborate or have anything to do with it any longer because of which I don't know, which I don't hear, the evidence the way I get them, no before hearsay, and which way he Irene and Madam Asson and Chris Ano they do. So I don't think Sako be helpful. Sako be now more of the problem, not just to SCST but to the struggle. I get evidence with Sako with Irene and the rest. They did talk for set up Julius Ayoktabe. We're not my fan, of course. That look, but this struggle is on limit the day you go. But when you go for limit way, you be prepared for say some other person make it die for prison. You be talking for audio. You did discuss with somebody, they set up somebody for go give propaganda only because you want to push your own side. Look, I know the support that.
Propaganda. Take note of that.
Business to do with it. But the obvious the way I don't hear. I tell you, I get that for you. I don't think I get the audio. They know they for public. I am totally distraught. I don't think get one iota of trust of Sako because of the audios. I don't get that because of Irene. Sako and Chris and all that set up. My brother, these guys are dangerous. They are as radical as Bobia. They'll go to any length to do anything to maintain whatever the things in their power. You can even hear Palava for issue for Ayuk. You don't see that they pay Sako rent. You don't see they move Sako from apartment where they stay to go make me Sako go find house. All of these things are set up. You go, yeah, no? They set up all of these things. They are the ones paying his rent. Everything. Though they talk different story for outside. Guys, Survivor is based on Irene, Chris Anu, and that Madam Aso. Nothing. Forget about it. That he is going to survive without them. They pay his rent. They do everything. He knows that he is there because of them. In fact, Irene is calling the shot. Irene has been involved in them. She's one of the most vicious person involved in this trouble. The destruction she has been involved in. The plot to burn people's houses, to destroy other people's lives and the rest is Irene Gua. I'm selling this and Irene Gua controls Sako. Sako can fly to Dallas, stay at Irene's place at any time.
Irene Gua, your mommy Pima. See, this revolution not be your papa revolution or your mommy revolution. You dey on top money, the chop money, people they die when they don't even see the money Irene Gua. You are there talking rubbish about them.
Because without Irene, Sako is finished. Without Irene, Chris Ano is not there. So Chris Ano is always preparing counter lies to go out and throw them out there.
There's a thing said about them. IG man no touch with IG, with this and that. As there be more ambassadors than other people them. Yes. If there be how many of them there be attend one conflict? How many of them? You see a brink of friction. Chris Anu, Martin Ayin, so it's for Joe going Helen. Yes, that and that. Yes. That they would then down one Sako the fuck you now. Irene Gua. Yes. Now another one that. Yes. I need to buy clothes to Sako buy for a woman, this and that. Where the beg now waiting? That be the one you can send money. Small time, maybe I say open some account for Sako in the they say president's corner. Yes. So they want to be saying they raise the money, they raise and put and they Sako the user. Yes.
This Sako of a people will see my true colors. And you, the Ambazonian people, if you have not seen what is happening, Sako is a power-hungry, bloodthirsty vampire who left from rack to poverty and then finally got something to do with my trip to Boya and finally thought that no, he has seen money for the first time in his life and so he must make sure that he doesn't go away. And those are some of the disadvantages. That is why in America they do background check, because if you do background check, you will not take a broke man like Sako to put as acting president. He controlled over $1 million for the first time. And then what happened? So all we find ourselves in this position. You have now accepted with me that for a man of God He calls himself a man of God, pastors, that let the righteous many step, or the righteous few many step out. He has said two things that I remember that he has violated almost immediately. Number one, he said that they should give him my trip to Boya. If you contribute to him, if he doesn't deliver Boya in 1 year or whatever time frame that he gave, he was going to resign.
The president brings this initiative and actually tell us that after putting this money down, if in 12 months after that he is not able to take us to a considerable distance or exactly to Boya, we should make our judgment and give him a vote of no confidence. Mr. President, is that still the case?
That's exactly the case. And I can tell you that that is exactly the case. I'm only here if I have an agenda. I am only happy to be here if that agenda is successful. And that is why I'm here. I'm asking Amazonians, can you give me what I'm asking for so that I can do what I think we have to do to get to where now? Matter of fact, I'm happy with the response because that response gives me a mandate. Because practically speaking, if I didn't see that response, I will even consider my resignation because I don't want to sit there and feel like I can do something and I don't have the ability to do it, and tomorrow they will be asking me, what have you done? Because I know what to do. This IG knows what to do. The strategies work. They will work. But how do we get the job done? So give me the tools so that you don't blame me that what have you done? When we have to contain this mess forever and to get to a point where we can no more contain it and the game is over and the enemy starts celebrating. You can take that celebration away from them. I can assure you that if in the next 1 month we have this amount of money, we shall change. That's my promise. We shall change the equation. Now it is not balanced. It is not taking us to anywhere. I can promise you that we shall change the game and change the equation. We will accelerate. And everybody will see the distance, how far we shall be in Boya if we are not already there. You will have a chance to appreciate what happens. And if you think that I failed, I will gladly give the crown to somebody.
Number one, he said that they should give him my trip to Boya. If you contribute to him, if he doesn't deliver Boya in 1 year or whatever time frame that he gave, he was going to resign. He did not resign. Instead, what did Sako do? Sako created the highest confusion and then created fake profiles that you all see them here. Many fake profiles, tens and thousands of them, used part of my trip to Boya to give some to some few little-minded activists to create more fake profiles and try to influence public opinion until I have deflected them the last 2 days on my page, National Telegraph. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians. As you are aware, he said they should give him my trip to Boya. And if he doesn't deliver, he will retire. What did he do? No, he did not. He did not retire or resign. But instead, he brought all these fake profiles. Then when things were hot on his part, he came up. It is there, he wrote and said, the truth is that they impeached Sisiku, according to them, because they wanted to preserve him. Sako said he was not interested in power. He wanted to make sure that when Siseko comes, is going to come and take his power. So Sako, according to Sako, he is not interested in power. So he will never become president of Ambazonia. But remember that many times Sako has been calling himself president. Occasionally he does. Sometimes he does, sometimes he say it's AIP, sometimes he say it's AP. Because that was a chain of plan that they have had.
Already Sako Ikome has become the first opposition leader of Ambazonia. The main opposition leader of Ambazonia is called Sako Ikome, while Sisiko remains the acting and the interim president. So officially, Sako has now become the first main opposition leader of Ambazonia, while Sisiko remains the acting and the interim president from jail. So that is how the revolution has reduced itself into a political gamble for miscreants. Sako Ikome becomes the first main opposition leader of Ambazonia. That goes into history. He shall be ignored. All of his gibberish shall be ignored. His conference by conference shall be ignored. Anything he holds in public would be boycotted. Anything he wants to raise as funds will only be donated by the so-called few scammers. Not $200. Nobody would give his money anymore to that kind of a scam, a sham, and a farm. Nobody would give his money to that kind of a nonsense. Listen, guys. The Amazonia, your problem is a mental problem. Sako Ikome, you are very dangerous and deleterious to the struggle. Very dangerous and deleterious. Very dangerous, man. Sako Ikome. What mommy will born you get to regret. Get to regret why they fathered you. A small condom should have saved it. A small condom should have saved you from existence. A small condom. But your father should have saved you from existence. Respect those leaders in jail. Respect Sisiku in jail at least. Even if you disagree with him, respect Mancho. I don't care whether you're a federalist. I don't care whether you're this. I don't care whether... Respect everyone in jail. When you don't respect, you will have a problem with me. When they pass an order, you maintain the order. At least they gave you the chair. They gave you even a little bit of power to speak. But you have abused power. Dissolve that nonsense called government. Dissolve it. What are the results? Show me one result of a government. One, just a half result. Half. Show me just a half result of a government. None. All they do is only walking from countries to countries, speaking among themselves, embezzling money. Why people on ground zero are suffering? How can you be staying in a luxurious hotel when your women are sleeping in bushes?
I've told you that we have no government. It's a lie that we told you. And I'm telling you, we have no government. It's a lie we told you. And I will blame Ayuki Ostabe that he sat in Nigeria in Zaire. Professor Alande was there. They could not advise him. The country's one government was there. They could not advise him. He never listened. He formed a government without having the necessary means to protect and defend the government. Another few months, he was abducted. He was abducted. And here we are. Here we are, shattered. There is no government. Hear me out. I said, I am apologizing to you. I am apologizing that we told you a lie. We told you a lie. Because we were all filled with this move. Oh, yes. There is no government. There is no government anymore. There's no government. It was a mistake. And I'm apologizing. It was a mistake. There is no government. Whether it's Yerima government or Sako, there is no government. There's no government. If there is a government will unite people, not divide. If there is a government will make sure that you on ground zero, you have the necessary resources. There is no government. There's no government. There's no government. It was a lie. So we all have a government if we have a host country that is ready to keep us, hold us together, give us diplomatic means to move. And each day I'm going to preach this message that there is no government. If there's any government that's telling you a lie, from Yerima's faction to Sako IG, it's a fat big lie. There is no government. I don't die on ground zero defending a virtual move. There is no government. There is no election. All those things is a fat lie. Useless. They are lying to you. They are lying to you. So divorce from them. Divorce from them. Put your acts together. Come together. Listen. A government can only be two forms. One, a government on ground zero, or a government in diaspora which is being hosted by a host country. Because we don't have any host country that can host us in the diaspora, therefore there is no government. But in ground zero, you can form a military council, you call it your government. So I begin to tell you the truth. We have kept it for so long that these people can put their acts together. So because they can put their acts together, you must divorce from them. Yes, divorce from them. Divorce from this politician, the diaspora, people who call themselves politicians, people who are here to fit fat. Divorce from them. I told you we sleep well. Yeah. We sleep well. We go to work. About those who don't go to work, we rely on money. We sleep well.
We must be able to disregard, undermine, and kick out Sako and Chris Ano. These are people working for La Republic. You have heard report about the money they saw in his mother's house. You think it's a joke. Everything for we na joke na play. Everything na play. Ambazonia is done. All the sacrifices are gone for nothing. When I feel say na joke, person they come pretend for una front. When I feel say why Sako City for dinner because he get popularity. When I feel say why Bo Hebert come up for can join hand with Sako. When I feel say Kumeta Evis where he come for APNC. He can't tell una has Sako and thief money sute me them fire me them put for prison. The same Kumeta he can't do work about Sako back. When I feel say Sako dan convincing now some argument or proof for he say innovative money. No, wait way they don't show in the corruption for Pobia and the money way he did for the struggle. Where they don't show and say Kumeta come for you can't take your own. Cause you don't follow the thing will go to me, the struggle will go end because no people they feel resist that money. Now people they want quick fix. After all, they first get that hatred they had against Ayabacho. So like the Republic of Cameroon, they use those ones as a leverage for lure those people into their plan B where they get them Ambazonia. And then what people then sheepishly they follow them.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to welcome you to our family time of worship. Leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there.
The first time I came out to say that Sako is a scammer, it was so shocking to a lot of people who actually believe what I was saying, but said that I should not say it anyway. People believe what I said, but they say you should not say it. That is not how you should say it. You should say it in another way. There is no soft landing.
And the thing that will happen in Ambazonia now. Anything pastor open more pastor they talk not true. Where the pastor they are number one thief people. We know that. Even Sako was a 419 guy. Did you guys know that? I go say I get canas. If he get canas, man, start from my face more will talk.
In fact, this thing called IG, it has killed our boys more than the way First Cameroon has killed our boys. That is the truth. That's the truth. Look at how the so-called IG forces in Bui took ADF guys and killed them just like that. Then Sako comes out and say we should access Cameroon. So just imagine. So please, to conclude this show, I will talk say that Amba boy is foolish. And I want to maintain that word say it's foolish. Any Amba boy for ground zero, where you for ground zero, where you show any WhatsApp group for any site, you dey fight, and you are intending for fight and say you defend a virtual government or a group or an activist or a leader, I say you be foolish, and I will start that way say you be foolish. And I want me any Amba boy hear me critically when I talk so you be foolish. I say you be foolish. Don't blame Sako. Don't blame Sako. Tabe young brother, I'll bring it on. They were there. They were all there in a meeting. Where they all agreed that because President Siku was arrested, the next person who comes there, they need to build him security. They need to change him to avoid what happened with Siku to appoint the next person. So it means that even if it was other person away from Sako, that new person would have had a house, an allowance that was done by the IG. So you don't blame. You cannot blame Sako alone. You have to blame Tabenyang, blame all of them in that IG who sat and said we need to change Sako's house, give him security, and maybe the right was abused. Maybe when Machido Boyak money came, the right was abused. But you can't blame Sako because at that material time when everybody was angry that they've arrested our president, that called for it. And the IG agreed and said, okay, we are going to get a house, a secured house, change his house, give security, change his phone lines to make sure that they preserve their president or their acting president. So even if it was Tabenyang who came there, it would have been the same. Maybe because Sako wasn't working at that time. But we must also realize that people have different experiences. Sako was just a normal activist like me, doing his Dr. Common Sense show. Maybe he never even knew that this thing will come. He was struggling with his own papers, like also an Amazonian, struggling with his papers. Maybe he never had a real-time full job. So you cannot mock him because that he never had a job. On that, we have to be objective. You cannot mock him on that. He came, he took it, he was brave. But all those in the IG, they were afraid. They said, no, they won't take it. They were afraid. So people in Europe have different experiences, papers-wise, money-wise, house-wise. But what we're saying is that if the rights were abused when my Tituboya came in and it became an issue. And the people in the IG never put in a structure, a thing in place to keep it, to stop it from happening. They sat quiet and saw it and belt him, and belt him, and belt him, and belt him, and belt him. It reached a stage where everything collapsed. So my people, that is what I'm saying. So that activists, we tried our best. So don't blame any activists. We tried our best. Ashu Kingsley was even crying and said, how do you want to divide a child? So the free leadership that was out there in the name of Don Sako had to take more responsibility. It was going to take more responsibility to protect the IG. But no, they relied on social media likes, comments, many shares. Oh, this one sharing. Oh, this one sharing. Oh, the IG has the counties. Oh, this and that. No. We don't do that. So going forward, everybody has to calm down from the high horse. Calm down from the high horse and make the IG, which I now consider as a group, make it to be that IG once again. I think you all may have learned your lessons. You have seen what has happened. You have seen what division can cause. There are two IGs, whether I like it or not. I see communique from Chris Anu. I see it from Milton. I see it from President Yerima Damni VP. I see it from Sako. So, in reality, there are two IGs. Don't come and tell me there's only one IG or it's my own IG. No. Politicians, listen, politicians believe in perception. Perception is a bondage of lies.
Leave it there, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. Take your problems to the Lord and leave it there. He will surely deliver you if you put your trust in Him. Take your problems to the Lord and leave it